Hi everybody, today we're talking about how to become more focused with your goals, with the energy that you have, and how to actually step into your power and actually build the life that you desire. You see, we all come here on the planet with gifts. We all come with spiritual gifts. We all come with talents that we want to actually express into the world, okay? And from my perspective, our energy is all that it counts, okay? The energy that we have is the energy that we actually attract, okay? So if you actually dare to take care of your own energies and actually listen to that beautiful voice of yours that actually wants to be aligned with the present moment, is the moment that you will actually shift your energies in such a way that you will actually begin to create at a new level. Okay, so I have to realize, and we have to realize, that being free is our birthright. And the more that we actually look at ourselves honestly, the more that we look at ourselves with compassion and with love, the moment that we stop being so hard on ourselves, is the moment that we actually reclaim back our power and our freedom. Okay, so realize that everything that is happening in your life is actually an opportunity for you to actually grow and expand. Okay, even the hard moments, even the rough moments, these are actually opportunities for you to actually step into your power. Okay, so we are all energy at our core. Everything is energy in this universe, and the energy that we have actually builds and attracts the reality that is happening outside of ourselves. Okay, this means that whatever you vibrate as, whatever your energy is, that is what you will actually manifest. Okay, and they talk about the law of attraction. Okay, so the more that we actually dare to visualize the life that we want, the more that we actually visualize the version of ourselves that we want to expand into, is the more that we will actually attract that into our lives. Okay, so how do we actually take care of our energies? Well, I believe that creativity, it is my belief that creativity is a really powerful tool for you to actually increase your energy. Following your passion is a very powerful tool for you to actually increase your energies. Okay, so ask yourself, what are my gifts, and how can I use these gifts in order for me to help the world expand? Okay, you see, we are all one, and there is this divine law of oneness, and the more that we see the fact that nothing is being separated in this world, is the more that now we will begin to actually help each other expand. Okay, so the more that you actually focus on helping the world expand, is not only about focusing on ourselves, it's more about focusing on sharing with the world the message, the talents, the gifts that we have from the inside out. Okay, so realize that also in creating your own reality, in creating the life that you desire, you have to really take care of what you are actually expressing out there. Okay, so from my perspective, if you get to actually be authentic with yourself, you realize that if you get to actually open your heart, now you get to have the opportunity to make the world see that you are actually a warrior of light, a warrior of peace, a warrior of abundance. Okay, so in order to actually be our complete selves, I also believe that we must actually begin to heal our past. Okay, heal our wounds, and realize that actually everything is happening with a divine purpose. Everything is happening in divine timing. The more that we actually trust this timing, is the more that we can actually begin to relax in the present moment. Okay, so trust the divine timing, trust yourself, and also realize that you are actually free to be whatever you want to be. Okay, you do have this choice. Okay, so if you get to actually alchemize the patterns that are inside of your own self, if you get to actually accept the challenge of being yourself, then nothing can actually go wrong. Okay, so accept the challenge of being yourself, accept your freedom, and again realize that being free is your birthright. Okay, so realize that the more free we are, the freer we are to actually create the life that we desire. Okay, so it's about witnessing, and it's about expanding our minds, it's about expanding our hearts, it's about expanding the version of ourselves that we want to become. Okay, there is this idea of the higher self, and that in a way is the self that actually knows everything about you. The more that you actually listen to this guidance that is coming from the heart, is the more that you will actually step into your true life purpose. Okay, they say that we actually chill in higher dimensions. What is a higher dimension? The higher dimension is really a state of consciousness where our true self actually lays. Okay, and the more that we actually perceive this reality as a dream, because reality may be an illusion, they said in the Hindus valley, they called it the Maya. Okay, and the more that we actually see this reality as dreamlike, is the more that now we begin to realize that everything is energy, and the energy that we actually put out there will come back to us as a gift. Okay, so from my perspective, they're to put out their positive vibes, positive creativity, positive abundance, and watch how that actually comes back into your own reality. Okay, so realize that everything that is happening in divine timing, is happening in divine purpose, and the more that you actually attune yourself to this consciousness that has always been with you, this consciousness that is actually here in the present moment, is the more that you will actually begin to create the life that you want. Okay, they talk about vibrational alignment. This actually means being at peace with the present moment, being at peace with yourself, being at peace with others, and actually beginning to create the life that you desire from the level of freedom. Okay, so I realize, guys, that yes, being free is the most important tool that we can actually use in order to actually build this life purpose. Okay, so also action is necessary. The more that you actually step into action, the more that you move into your body, is the more that you will get a chance to actually complete the tasks that you desire. Okay, also a negative emotion is there for you to actually expand your consciousness. I realize that it's not always about the positive, it's not always about the juice, it's also about learning to transcend negative emotions. It's learning how to transcend our negative beliefs. It's learning how to transcend ourselves in such a way that we actually become our complete selves. Okay, so realize that everything is powerful, and everything around yourself is actually a tool for you to actually expand your consciousness. Okay, so realize that you are actually a lion, you are a warrior, and the moment that you actually accept yourself is the moment that you realize that you can actually open your heart to the experience of life. Okay, so from my perspective, dare to actually live, dare to actually open your heart and be yourself. It's also about hard moments sometimes, it's also about the challenges, but we get to actually win the challenge when we actually accept ourselves. Okay, I also realize that it's super important to actually accept your flaws, to realize that you are not perfect, to realize that maybe sometimes you are being childish, to realize that sometimes maybe you are being wrong. It's also about facing ourselves, guys. It's also about recognizing what is actually wounding us and actually daring to actually heal that. Okay, so realize that everything is happening in a purpose, everything is happening in a flow, in a rhythm. Okay, the more that you actually connect yourself to your true rhythm, and that is the rhythm of freedom, is the more that you will actually expand yourself and your consciousness. Okay, so realize, guys, that yes, in order to become more present, you gotta actually live in the heart. Stop living so much in the head and actually live in the heart, and dare to actually be free from everything that is actually blocking you. Okay, blockages are only limitations. Okay, and those limitations are not happening in the heart, they are actually happening in the mind. The more that you actually begin to let go of the mind, is the more that you will actually open your heart. Okay, another tool would be listening to your intuition. Okay, what is your intuition actually asking from you to do? Okay, it's not always about the logical step, it's more about the intuitive feminine step. That is creativity, that is flow, that is abundance, that is intuition. Okay, so if you are new to my channel, feel free to actually subscribe and let me know what's up by writing a comment maybe. Okay, so yeah, this was today's messaging: how to become more complete with yourself and how to actually manifest the life that you desire. Okay, there are a lot of tools, and the more that we actually love ourselves, we realize that there is an infinite consciousness all around us, and everything is beautiful and alive, including yourself. Okay, so I love you guys, much peace, and see you on whatever is coming up next. Ciao.